The city of Burlington has given the Sound of Music Festival a $225,000 short-term loan to keep the festival going. This is the second year in a row this has occurred. So in my weekly chat with Burlington Mayor Marianne Meed, I asked what this means for the future of the festival.
I'm an optimist. This is a very long-standing festival. It was actually started by the city as a parade, marching band parade, and then morphed into what we see now as Sound of Music, and then we gifted it to this nonprofit. But, you know, the city has been a partner. We're more than just another donor and sponsor. We are a significant partner with them. We give in-kind gifts. They use our streets and our parks, of course, and then when they need a hand and some help, they know they can come and ask for it. So committee approved it. It will go to council next week. I have no doubt that it will go through. And then, you know, there's some discussions to be had about how the changes need to be made to make sure this is sustainable going forward.
All right, let's talk more future planning for the city, this time in the downtown core. The Burlington bus terminal, it has moved to the GO station location. Now the city has to figure out what to do with the old downtown station located at 430 John Street. How is this going to be decided, and are there parties already submitting proposals?
Well, people can let us know what they want us to do. It is a small parcel of land that is kind of embedded in a parking lot right now. You could expand the parking. I don't know that that's the best use of urban land, but it's part of a square that we occasionally kick all the cars out and then animate as public space. So, you know, I've just come back from a trip to Apeldoorn in the Netherlands, our sister city. Part of that was a full day walking tour, study tour to learn how they do things. And they've taken a number of their surface parking lots and turned them into parks. Green space. You wouldn't even recognize it. Took pictures of it. So that's an option too. We don't always have to think about development. That area is constrained. There's a pipeline and underground infrastructure and so forth. So, but we're all just like to the community. Let us know what your thoughts and ideas are for this space. And we could just expand that public square right now.
You say we don't always have to talk about development, but we're going to talk about one more piece of development here involving the Hudson Bay Company. It's just gone out of business. I'm already looking around though, and I'm reading articles. The Burlington location, parties already want to build high rises there. I mean, the building's sitting there. Is it definitely going to be demolished?
Well, interesting fact, the Bay portion is owned by a completely separate owner than the balance of the Burlington Center Mall. And that's been the case for a long time. And they were able to work together when the Bay went there to open it up. So it's one contiguous piece. So the owners of the Bay brought forward what we call a proposal. It's pre-application. There's no application, definitely no approvals. But they've said, you know, we think we might want to develop this with some high rises and a public park, take that, and they own a huge amount of the surface parking right up to where the Canadian Tire is, near there. So it's quite a large parcel when you count all of that. And generally speaking, the city has said, our retail plazas, our malls, they're single story with surface parking, probably could be used for other things like put a couple of stories of housing on top or take some of the surface parking and develop that. And we've seen that happen at a much lower scale. At, for example, the Appleby Mall area, there's some approvals for some mid-rise and townhouse, not built yet, but certainly coming. So we want to make the best use of urban land. We don't want to build into our greenbelt, clearly. However, there was a public meeting, about 300 people when you count in person and online recently. The proposal right now is for about 11 towers, ranging, you know, beyond 30 plus stories. And residents were saying, we think that's a bit much. A little too dense, except that development will come there, have no issue with some kind of development being there. But we're very early days. There is no application. And the applicant is required to show the city, if and when an application comes forward, how they incorporated the community input that they heard. And it was quite you know, it was quite consistent, what we heard at that meeting. I was there in person with the ward councillor, and it was, this is just, the scale and scope is a bit much, but, you know, we're open to development here.